have 8,000 square feet. How do I value a business? Anybody? Money? Assets. Okay. So there's this young man who's passed away. His name was Steve Jobs. He went about saying, what is the revenue per square foot you can produce? What he meant by that was, he created a market space where you used your phone. You went about going through apps. You went about iTunes. He went about breaking the norm of how food was sold. Right? He offered the product in different formats. Right? My part that I always say is, that's evolution. Let us go about finding different ways to get our products in different places. So if I'm giving you convenience, and that recipe is made by this lady, and she makes the best ugali, I would want the convenience to reach everybody. So she becomes the person who's behind the show. But I sell the product to everybody using her as a base. That's how the world is consuming food today. So my point is, have heroes, have mentors, have different people that you get on. So the learning curve is more important. But revenue per square foot means what Bill Gates did when he went about opening that part of Microsoft. He was only talking of doing something which would give people flexibility. Today we can't live without computers. But today his company is giving us bandwidth. Everything is in the cloud. Because we don't want to carry anything. We're getting lazier. So my point is, in food, we will get lazier. In the entire Asian subcontinent today, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia, they are not building homes with kitchens anymore. So people, even during COVID times, went down to a food court wearing a mask, and women were eating food after picking up the mask and stuffing their face. Okay, so this was the world we're living in. But they did not build kitchens at home. Right? I don't want that to happen, but that's how food is moving today. So, Asian subcontinent is showing us a different trend. The American subcontinent, they want to get on their phone and order. Now comes the most interesting part. In a family of four people are eating 4 different kinds of foods. Right? So if you're setting up a cloud kitchen tomorrow, you might need to have 4 different kinds of food. Because that's when you have the option of sending food to people at one time. So that's what we're talking about. Simplify the deck, understand where you are, and offer people food the way they want it. Because the generation we're living in is called restless. They are restless because they want food at their convenience and their comfort. Okay? Any questions you may have for me? Cloud kitchen. Yes. Okay, so we have 2 things in the kitchen segment in the market here. One is something called dark kitchen. I have a restaurant called Mama Lou's. In Mama Lou's restaurant, Mama Lou is serving Mama's food. But in the place that Mama Lou's restaurant is, there is a need for people to eat sandwiches. So Mama Lou opens a kitchen behind her kitchen, and that kitchen is only in the cloud. That is called a dark kitchen. That means that kitchen is registered on Mama Lou's license, and Mama Lou is selling sandwiches because that area needs sandwiches. That kitchen is not coming to light. That kitchen is working in the license of Mama Lou. A cloud kitchen is a facility built only for doing different kinds of restaurants. Now the cloud kitchens in the market here could be a facility which is rental, which means it's real estate. So the guy who went about building Uber has gone about doing something called a cloud kitchen, and what he has done is he allows you to come and rent a space. That rent space is 2 meters square. In that 2 meter square you're working your concept and giving your food. Right? And other people are renting out. So he's selling you a place to rent and work your business. You have devices outside, all the orders are coming on the device and the food is going out from there. The second way of doing it is you open a cloud kitchen and you allow different concepts of yours to spawn. You put in concepts that work for yourself. Now the part is, at that point in time, you're putting your own restaurants in place. They are in the cloud and you call them cloud kitchen. Okay? So you're selling food from there. It could be a burger place, could be a sushi place, could be a pizza place, could be a fried chicken place. These are the 4 things that do very well in this market. Every market is different.
Okay, my question is, you guys offer franchise?
Pardon me, sir?
Franchise offer franchise?
Who?
You.
Okay. So we are running a CPU here, Central Processing Unit. Now, if there is a market where people want fresh vegetables washed and given to them, if there's a market where people want cooked chicken ready for processing or fried chicken ready for processing, if there is a market where they want sauces ready for working, then we have a space to work with you.
Okay. So, for instance, if I own a restaurant, I just tell you exactly what I want. Yeah? No. So you just deliver all the ingredients that I require, or you actually prepare the meal and deliver to me. I don't understand.
Sir,
Yeah.
I came to I went to Tanzania.
Okay.
And I went about opening a concept called King Coco. So when you're working on King Coco, it's a fried chicken business. What I do is I go to the chicken processors, ask them to marinate the chicken, give it to me. I go about going to the store, I develop a batter and a breader. So at the store level, I'm basically teaching the staff how to bread the chicken and fry the chicken. And I develop the menu for them.
Okay.
So if KFC is selling mashed potato, I'm selling ugali. I'm giving you food that you want to eat at your store. So I'm simplifying the food at the store level. I'm educating you on process. I'm talking of frying, which could be in the open fryer, or I'm talking of frying, which is going to be in a closed fryer, which is a way KFC goes about working. It's called a clamshell or a honey berry fryer. So we're talking of pressure fryers, we're talking open fryers, we're giving you what options will work better for you, depending on the money you have. We take roughly about, the fried chicken business takes about 10 months to 20 months for breaking even. Why? The food cost is very high, because protein cost is high, right? So not all businesses break even at the same time. But the most important part in business is location and actually working the process first.
Yes. Excuse me, how do you build your clientele base?
Very good question, sir. So I'm a chef. I don't know how to sell.
That's what the market
Okay,
is.
I don't know how to sell. So what do? I give you a solution. I only give you solutions. I teach you how to do your job better. I give you advantage of cost. I can come, see your restaurant, understand your menu, and reduce your food cost very easily. Because after 34 years in the business, I know what I'm doing. Right? So when I go to a retailer, I'm saying, who's your customer? He says we have some Filipinos coming in, we have Africans coming in, we have Indians coming in, we have Arabs coming in. I give a flavor for each one. But I give you 3 or 4 flavors. Now if your company is Waitrose or Spinneys, I'm giving you flavors without any spices, without any additives, without anything else. My objective, end of the day, is to make you the hero. It's not about my name. I'm not a celebrity chef. I'm a chef. For me, it's about numbers. I like it when I win businesses. Right? So today, I'm working with Chicken. I give them the solution for breads. I give them the solution for fries. I give them entire flavor deck. You go to Bobbi's, I'm giving them the whole resource. I'm giving them their DNA in this region. You go to Costa, I'm giving them their muffin mix. So what I'm doing is I'm giving them the DNA for running their business. And what happens is when they want to do something more, they say, I need that idiot to come back.
Excuse me. In giving them solutions, are they two different? What I'm looking at, when you give the solutions, are you giving them the raw material, or you're just educating them? Whichever one. Which one do you?
Okay, so ma'am, what happens is it's always important to understand that when you work in the fried chicken business, today a company like KFC is playing with PepsiCo, right? They only will play with PepsiCo. I can't give them Coca-Cola, right? So every customer has his requirements. You have different companies working the process. So today, if I've given a solution to McDonald's in India, the solution I gave to McDonald's India made a McMuffin. That McMuffin is the highest selling McMuffin in the world, just because India has those numbers. But I created that product. It's a small product for me, right? It doesn't give me too much of money. But the point is I created that product. What I'm trying to say is, when I created that product, the American people wanted a product which had a name which they wanted. What I created was an Indian masala. It is called a South Indian roast. I made a sauce using that. But when I sold it to them, I called it a 3-pepper sauce. Black pepper, green chili, red chili. So my part is, when you're playing the business, I have to sell to what you want.
So you
And
must
make it
know what you
convenient.
want.
So I need to make it
You
convenient
must
for
know
you.
what you want.
The second
So
part, ma'am,
he
demands.
he
if
now
I have-
produces.
if I have to work with you today and I want to sell something to you, and I did a Mexican tortilla chips and a chicken in India, I took the development team for a dinner in India, and I went to a Mexican restaurant, and I saw them eating nachos. I said, I think I also like to eat nachos. So we all ate nachos. We had a few beers. We all were very happy.
He went away.
And I said, maybe it might be an idea we can put this nacho on the chicken. He says, try it. I said, I might have a solution for you. Today it's launched. It's a big account for me. So if I come and say, this is your idea, this is what you should do, you will not buy it from me. When I'm selling a solution is, you tell me, hey, I want that. So it might be my idea, but I'm not selling it to you. It's coming from you. You're driving me.
Ownership.
So I always love it when I have people in business. So the most important part of my job is number 1, listening. Number 2 is find out who the decision maker is. Because if I don't find out the decision maker, I can't do business.
Okay.
Mine is a practical question because I have a problem at hand. I want to see if you can solve that problem for me.
Please.
I have a son who is a chef.
Okay.
He has the passion. He's a chef. And I on my own, I'm a mother that wants to help him drive his passion. And then I set up a restaurant. Yours is a large scale. In my hometown, it's a small scale business. But we have this USP. It's our food should be homemade, the homemade type. The name we gave it is Mama's Delight. We
Okay.
want you to eat the food as if it's coming from your mother's kitchen.
Super.
You understand?
Sure.
That's the idea. Now he is a chef. And now we got some people who do the cooking, some indigenous, because we are dealing on indigenous food,
Of
not
course.
fast food
Of
that
course.
we are doing. But along the line, the business was booming, but
COVID happened. Okay.
so how do we solve that problem?
Okay. So
My
first thing
grandfather.
first, ma'am, is just this way. We are in the food business. Number 1 that we always need to understand is this. COVID happens. It's a pandemic. I had 124 people in my kitchen. I'm down to 30 odd now. Okay? What did I do? I cut my numbers down. The game of any business today, any enterprise you're working on, is called survival. Okay, so first is cut your losses if it's not working for you. If the momentum is gone, if the magic is gone. Now, if you want to continue, start getting relevant. What is it that the company or place wants? If it's indigenous, what kind of mother's food do we want? We have to give a solution to the market, and only then can we do the business. So my request is, first, always go about looking at the bottom line, and then work the top line. Work the top line means if you're doing a revenue of 400, you have to take it to 500. If you're doing 500, you have to take it to 600. If you're taking 600, that is the target the team has to work on. So when I'm working a business, I say bottom line means bring in the numbers and make sure your costs are in control. It's a food business. It can't get easier. We all eat food. So we need to go out in the market and create that buzz. That buzz is called social media.
Advertising.
We get the people in, we get the influencers in, we get people in, work the business of people. So my team will get some food out for you.
So please, sir, before you go, how do you keep record of all these recipes you get from your restaurant?
So sir, before there was this beautiful part in the world where we did not have Google. I had 700 kilos of books. When I moved to London, I had 700 kilos of books. I left it in my garage and came to the Middle East. So now, the interesting part is everybody is a chef. Everybody thinks they know so much about food. I'm okay with that. But when I work with food, I go about working with 3 things. Number 1, what is the shelf life? Number 2, what is the secret ingredient? And number 3, can anybody copy what I'm doing? Okay, so any business that you see that is big in the country, whether it's Pepsi, whether it's anybody else, they have worked the magic of making sure the recipe cannot be copied.
Yes.
Okay? We have to make those formulas. Right? That's when you become a legend. Second part, always have a game plan. The game plan is, do I want to sell the business in 5 years? Do I want to sell in 3 years? What do I want to do? Because today everybody might be saying vegan food, vegan meat, vegan. Vegan is dead. I'm talking next thing, gut health. We have been through a pandemic, we have used sanitizers, our stomachs are hurting. We used to grow and play in the mud. We are not doing that anymore. I need bacteria, virus, everything in my body. But I've killed everything in the last 2 years. So now, the mental health is a bigger issue. So I'm talking gut health. And this kitchen, next year you come in, is going to be a health hub. We are only going to create food that's healthy for you. We're going to talk probiotics, prebiotics, symbiotics. We're going to talk food from a health perspective. Organic is a story.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
not
it's a
go
story.
there. Yeah.
I'm not going to go about endorsing it
Yeah.
because I believe it's a story.
Yeah.
Because the Americans have said, if you have organic food, 5% you can put anything else in it. That's not how organic works. Organic has to be from origin. The breed has to be there as real. I can't GMO food and then say it's organic. So I need to work the basic heritage.
Prebiotics,
Yes.
probiotics, and what?
Symbiotics. So what basically is happening in the market today? Probiotic is something which is good for my gut. Prebiotic is the food for the bacteria to grow. Right? And the last part we go about talking of symbiotic is when I go about giving you food that is healthier than what it used to be. Now in the olden days, in India, we would go about having turmeric. Turmeric. My aunt, my grandmother would put it in a bottle. That would ferment. When I eat fermented turmeric in my body, it goes into my bloodstream faster because alcohol goes into my bloodstream faster. That's symbiotic, which means the food is going to be digested, ingested, and work faster in the system. The benefit is going to be better for me. Right? We all have secret recipes. We have ingredients that are superfoods. But to make a superfood good, I need to understand whether I am an owl or a lark. An owl is a person who stays awake at night. A lark is a person who wakes up early. So we are working with something in our bodies called myocardian rhythms. That rhythm is very important. Each one of us has a different rhythm. Each one of us has a different body. So for me to give you food that works for you, I need to understand more about you. And you need to understand more about yourself. When you understand more about yourself, your food is going to get better for you. Right? So we want you to be a better version of yourself. Because health is going to be something which should not be about pills. It has to be about food.
Yeah.
That's more important.
You have outdated recipes.
That he can outsource.
Yes.
And when you let go, and you know this is probably.
Sir, it's a very simple part of it. I have to be a better version than what I was yesterday because I'm an entrepreneur. Second,
You have to constantly reinvent yourself. Yeah.
It's never cycle. Okay, if I want something to be done, I will ask him for something, I might ask somebody else for something. So when they all give me their versions of it, I know their experience for doing that is better. So I might have a head, see, but my hands are these people. They make me relevant. They are my gems. They are my secrets. So you have to understand any business is about a team.
Yeah. That's it.
And you cannot work it otherwise.
Yeah.
See,
Okay?
Yeah.
Any other questions, sir?
Wow.
How much power do you utilize in 8,000 square?
Good question, sir. Summer season,
Yes, sir.
I go about using, I have 125 kilowatts there, 100
Wow.
kilowatts here.
solar.
No.
I have 225
Regular
kilowatts
power.
power. I use 22,000 dirhams worth of power a month here in summer.
How much?
In winter, I use
22,000
9,000.
dirhams.
Sorry, my question is, as a businessman, can you give me like a license for me to replicate your business in my country?
A franchise.
Where you not provide
The back end support.
A franchise.
And then I'm the front end, and then everybody is happy. No. Let him
Sorry,
answer.
good question. So my
Let him
point,
answer,
sir,
please.
My point is always
Let's see what he
understanding.
has to say. because it's
Different parts of Kenya have different requirements. So different parts, every part of the country has different requirements. But I'm coming from, sir. I was talking to you about health. In an ingredient format, your country is growing a lot of vegetables that you're selling to the European markets. Right? In Europe, we need salt replacers. We need to have dehydrators for all the vegetable leaves that we have. We need to powder them. We need to make the product to sell to them. You can make money in different formats, but one has to come to your place, understand what the opportunities are, and then give those solutions. That's when we are comfortable. If you tell me, Bobby, I want to make juices and supply, I'll tell you how much shelf life you want on the juices, what kind of numbers we have, what juices we should have, and how to work it.
So
If
you
you
will
say,
have
"I
to
want
come
bread,"
with the solution. He
you
supports
want
you
bread.
to deliver it.
I want to
He
see
will
what bread
create the
sells in your
solution for
country,
you.
and I would like to
So
make
then
a
your
range of
problem-
breads
Yes.
that I want to
Simple
do.
was
But
the
if I'm
same,
working
yeah.
the kitchen in your place, I would give you bread that is dry, I'll give you bread that is fresh, so that I can work that kitchen.
You have to go
24
through the
hours
hard work,
and have products in the
not
market.
him doing the hard work for you.
Okay? Okay, just find me. My name is Bobbi Kapoor. You can find me on LinkedIn.
Bobbi Kapoor.
Bobbi Kapoor. You can find me on LinkedIn and let me know what I can do.
How do you spell Kapoor?
K-P-O-O-R.
K-A-P-O-O-R.
P-O-O-R. The poor one.
Okay, the poor one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Bobbi Kapoor. Yeah. Anil Kapoor. You remember Indian films?
Send it to our WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Can you,
Sir, son,
Master,
this is John.
Okay.
I want you to enjoy. They're going to get some sandwiches for you.
send it to our WhatsApp.
Okay.
Thank you. Beta, thank you. They're going to use some beverages. Anyone wants tea, you can have it as well. Okay?
His own food now. The one he has given.
Tasty, yummy. And no sugar.
Yum yum, Abby.
Yummy.
Okay, one thing water.
Very nice.
It's really tasty.
What's this?
Samosa. Samosa.
Hello. Madam. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Is it hot?
Like the feeling. You get water. Thank you.
You don't have to that big now.
That's the sandwich, yeah?
Why did you bring him?
What's that?
Chas, Indian chas.
Indian chas.
Yes, yogurt.
So how do we
milk,
drink
you
it?
mean coming, sir.
Coming. Okay.
Glasses
Where is the roll-up?
coming.
The roll-up.
Can we get water? Can we get water?
Yes, sir. Water, yes.
Water, please.
My face.
ये लो भाई इधर है कहाँ जा रहे हो?
Kai,
Is it like what?
this one na chop one, chop two. No, this one is not peppery. No, it's the samosa that is peppery. But this one is chop one, chop two.
Anyway, we can get water.